with scales like armor, eyes like gems. Beware the power of the hidden beast. Hello there, and welcome to Homebrew Hunts. Today, I will introduce you to the Craymen, my homebrew race. Of course, the Craymen are an off-rancher lizard folk, being more crocodilian than lizard. They have a +2 to their constitution and a +1 to their intelligence. They're pretty smart for lizards. They also have natural armor, and for those who don't know, which is many, natural armor means that you start off with 12 in your AC instead of the natural 10. They also have a 30-foot walking speed, a 30-foot swimming speed, and a 10 feet of climbing. Yes, they can climb. It's terrifying. But their most feared weapon is the death roll. First, you need to make an unarmed attack with the jaws. Then the target needs to make a dex save. With successful, both you and the target rolls the same direction. However, with a failed dex save, you deal 2d6 damage as you rip off that limb of the opponent. And every 5 levels, you gain another d6. You can also hold your breath for several hours and have 120 feet of dark vision. They also have advantage in not only intimidation, stealth, and history. Like I said, smart lizards. Anyways, well, I believe that's everything for the technical side. In the meantime, I think it's time for the lore. The Craymen are some of the most dangerous races for no other reason than their mastery over patience. While they can still for days, that's right, actual days, just watching their target. But after just a few, then they strike. However, when not in hunting mode or protective mode, they can be extremely kind and caring people. And for the most part, solitary, preferring to be alone. At the same time, you can also find them in groups up to thousands, laying down, basking in the sun for heat. Or, well, just floating in the water. For many years, people hunted Craymen for their hide. They were very fashionable, I guess. Never really understood it. But unfortunately, they did have to stop. Too many people were getting killed just by going to the same spot for too long. AKA, just 3 days. Trust me, it's an actual thing. But the odd part is that Craymen don't hate humans at all. In the eyes of the Craymen, a race is only respectable if they can hunt. The bigger the prey, the more respect. And killing a Craymen, well, let's just say that takes a bit more than a simple hunting knife. And even killing a Craymen will get you respect from other Craymen. However, that does not mean that they will not still try to kill you for attacking their ally. But there is one race that the Craymen despise. Just as the elves have prejudice toward the dwarves, and kobolds despise gnomes, the Craymen hate the Fae. It is to the point where Craymen will claim pieces of land and as their home, just to trap fae that wander into their lands. And when they do, they make jewelry out of their bones and eyes, turn their wings to powder, and eat them in over 2,000 different ways. Apparently it's quite the cuisine. Or, just plain sell them to anyone willing to buy them. You see, in the beginning, there was a hunter, the first hunter, said to be one of the most powerful. However, one day during a hunt, he was tricked by the fae. Words were traded, and in the end, the hunter lost his bow and the ability to hunt. After many, many years of simply wallowing in sorrow, he decided to do something. He made a race so dangerous they would be the strongest hunters to ever be born. And well, that is what they did. He wished to bring the joy of hunting to a people, and that's exactly what he did. However, the story of him being tricked was passed down through every single Craymen family line. While some information is skewed, such as the type of weapon, what type of fae, and many other smaller things, the main concept is still there and has not been changed. And after that, the Craymen soon began to hate, despise, and try to kill every fae that they can find. To this day, Craymen will try to capture any fae that they can find and make them suffer. Well, I believe that's all that I have right now. Anyways, well, actually no. If I added everything, this video would be an hour. So, I'm pretty sure no one wants that. In the meantime, I hope y'all have a great day, and if anybody has any ideas for any future videos, please post them in the comment section below. Anyways, I hope y'all have a great day, night, whatever, and end session.